Hello everyone, Duke here with the first episode of this medieval Total War 2 playthrough. I am really looking forward to diving back into this game after quite a long time away from it. This was one of my favourite games as a kid as we were growing up. This is a really epic game. It's so much fun, so many good, enjoyable mechanics, which we'll get to see later on. It's a sequel to the original Medieval, as you can imagine, being called Medieval 2. But it's so different to the original Medieval. I can remember that when I played it a lot as a kid, but this one just was better in most ways. The original one is kind of played like a board game and doesn't have like movement range, but rather drop and place items. And the battles were like 2D but 3D maps, and they haven't aged awfully well, and the camera and the controls aren't great. So this was just an improvement in every way. It kind of builds on Rome, which was this game's predecessor. So it had like 3D and new movement ranges and like a 3D map and all these unbelievable things, which then got updated a bit for this campaign. And they kept the best bits of Rome and like fixed like the buggy parts to create what is such an epic game. I can't wait to show you guys. I can't wait to jump in. I've oohed and ahed about who's going to be my first like faction that I'm going to play in this playthrough, because it's been a while and I thought who's perfect. I thought let's go a bit off the beaten track. I've unlocked everybody in the script, so we have plenty to choose from. Because normally you have to, if you want to lock someone, you've got to beat them, but that's going to take forever. So I have decided to play the Russians because I think that's quite unusual, an unusual choice, and I think it will be quite fun to play in this part of the map, which I never touched as a kid. I was always playing as a Western Christian Catholic factions over here. And maybe I tried the Byzantines once and didn't do so well. But, I can't remember. I think I did okay. But, yeah, I think this would be a fun part of the map to explore. It's quite safe and secure. We've got the rebels here, that we take that. And then once we've occupied that, we can take our objectives, which are Constantinople and Jerusalem. So we've got 45 regions, fine. That's pretty bog standard. And then we've got to take Constantinople, which is there. Which is like, it makes sense. It's like the eastern capital of the world. And it's Orthodox, so it's like the Orthodox capital. We're Orthodox Christian in this campaign, by the way. We're not Catholic. So we won't have crusades, but we also don't have to deal with the Pope. So I think that's a fair trade. And we've also got to take Jerusalem, which I think is that one there. But that's pretty bog standard as well. Most factions need to take that because it's the Holy Land. But it does mean that if we took it early, it's going to be the target of a lot of crusades and jihad, so we're going to have to time that one fight. But we've got a long way to fight before we get through there. Look how far we've got to go, because that's going to be our biggest thing. Fortunately, we have great mix of missile and melee cavalry, which is helpful for us getting across this part of the map. I think that's good. Poor early infantry and missiles, fine, because I don't see us, apart from militia units, to keep garrisons and stuff, I don't see us massively using infantry early on. They're best used for armies, battering rams and using siege equipment to get into cities. But other than that, we won't march with them too much, I don't think, because if I remember right, armies are slowed down by slowest units. So if I had siege equipment in my army, that would make my army slow. If I'm just cavalry, I go a lot faster. So let's get stuck in. I'll play the introduction movie that we get, and then we'll review our situation. And then we'll just try and make out where the heck we're going to go first. Alright, without any further ado, let's get stuck in.
Russia faces invasion by nomadic tribes and foreign conquerors. Its harsh landscape has given rise to a steadfast people, and their devotion has led them to great deeds. To survive, the Russians must fend off wild adversaries. To become an empire, they require a leader who will steal the kingdom and make its borders impenetrable.
Okay, no pressure then. Okay. So. Alright. Here we are. Novgorod. This is our starting minor city, apparently. Stone walls, that's quite cool. But very few buildings. Fortunately, they've given us roads. That's nice of them. We've got some valuable trade resources lying around. We've got furs and amber, which I think we get by putting merchants on them. We've got 3 armies, including the garrison there. Yeah. Oh, I think if these are highlighted in blue, we get them for free. I think your cities get free militia, yeah, based on like the walls and maybe other buildings. So the fact that it's green right now is good. We don't have to put any more militia in there, and it's got a general in there who I might actually take out and use. We'll see. We've got spy. That's good. Let's send him this way, see what he finds.
Moving quietly.
And we see Riga, which is an undefended little village with
Until morning.
quite strong garrison, it seems. That's annoying. Let's see, we've got...
Yes.
God, man, we've got like no cavalry, which is what we need to be using. I have absolutely no... I haven't got a Scooby where the towns are. I don't know where... I have no idea where it's part of the map. I think I did try Russia once as a kid. No. I think I was like a... I can't even remember. Like, it was... I think I did try Russia, but I didn't commit any of the towns to memory. I know they're over here and over there, but that's it. Well, I couldn't point on a map and tell you where they are. So we're going to go in blind. We've got a princess here
Your
who
Majesty.
might be able to help, and we're just going to use any agents.
Yes. I shall
possible.
ride on tomorrow, my lord.
Oh, it's all swamp region
Continuing
as well.
tomorrow.
That's good. I've got a Russian bishop, so he's going to spread the Orthodox word. It's a 74% Orthodox here. We've got 20% Orthodox here, so if we're going to go conquering, we better start converting. Because differing religions means public order penalties, which isn't good. So, and we've got to do some building as well, obviously. I mean, all of these are good, because we don't have anything at the moment. No ballista at the moment, no, I won't bother with a ballista. City watch, no, I don't care about that right now. Oh, how do we get cavalry? That's the question. I think I need a castle for that, which is Helsinki, isn't it? But I don't want to take that. I don't want to prioritise that purely because I want to take regions that are up for grabs with like Poland and other actual factions. Because rebels don't move; they just stay static. But actual factions will move in, where there's rebel stuff. So we want to move in on that quick. Yeah, I think it'd be best to build a port for now. Just get that out of the way. 2 turns and it'll be done.
Your will shall be obeyed.
Oh yeah, I could build a... Tell you what we could do, because it's got a general. I'm going to build a watchtower here.
We shall spot the enemy Yes, Lord.
Maybe we can do the same with this guy? If I want to send him like that way, for some reason. Yeah, let's put a watchtower about here then.
Of course.
Because it can only be in our area.
Yes. Establishing a watch post.
Well, it's not anywhere around here. That's good. But there's a road going down this way. Makes me think it's that way.
Forward!
I tell you what, I didn't really want to
onward tomorrow.
hang on to our infantry, but I will for now, even though we're only getting... Yeah, we're making poor profits. No, we're actually losing money. That's good. That's a brilliant start.
I will make them fear you.
Where should we go? Should we... So he's going to go for whatever region is within this border here. So I imagine, therefore, we'll want to send this guy to take whatever's here.
I shall ride on tomorrow.
And it's a
my
fort. That was a good call. That was good. That was a very good call. Alright, so and it's not too badly defended. Okay, that's fine. That's totally...
March to our enemy's doom.
Yeah, that's where we're going first. And we've got a town there that I'd like to take. So this one is going southwest. This one's going south. I'd quite like to use this guy to take Riga, if we can. The only thing is money. We'll get merchant though, that will help our money problems.
Yes.
Half tempted to... If this was Rome, I'd probably try and use a general on his own to try and take this, but I think that's a bit ballsy. I think we'll, let's say, yeah, we'll hold for a moment. Let's see. Grand Duke of Volodya is our best general and our faction leader. Yeah, we don't even have a diplomat. I doubt we're going to see a hair of any other faction for quite a long time. We're so far here. So it's a blessing and a curse, this like large like homeland that we kind of have. In that it's going to take us a long time to expand, but it also means that any would-be invader coming our way, we're going to have plenty of time to like ready ourselves. So there's no attrition in this game like in later games. There's no such thing as like winter attrition or swamp attrition. So that won't work for us.
An order!
But, you know, it could be handy one day to have a defense in depth. I can't actually think of anything more to do this turn. So, in fact, the only thing I will do, I think I'll try and lower taxes just purely to grow the economy a bit. We don't need money awfully much right now. Let's go Russia. What? So, yeah, until we get some towns, I think that should just be
God's
it.
servant.
Let's
On my way.
end turn. Smolensk. Yep, they want us to take Smolensk. We've seen it. We want it. We've got a merchant. Yes. That is a sum total of our recruiting efforts. One measly merchant. 13. Ooh, got some dye up there. What's the most? Oh, that's 19. Okay, we'll put them on there.
Setting up a trade route.
I know it's not much, but at the moment 19. Oh, we can't put more. Agent limit reached. Great. I was hoping we could spam them. Okay, fine. The game's thought of that.
Sire,
What's in there?
moving into position.
Oh, that's weak. We've got peasants for one, which is basically nothing. And what else? What else? Crossbows, yeah. Woodsmen, which are devastating attack, but like no defense. So as long as we can like ram them in the back with cavalry, we'll be fine. And spear militia is probably the worst unit in there because we're cavalry, you know. So we want to avoid spears.
Yes, Lord.
Let's see if this guy can scout something out first. I'll send him this way.
Of course, my lord.
This
Yes.
guy.
Of course. Move out.
No, can't build
Making
much tower.
camp here, Lord. We shall not relent, ever.
Okay,
You
well,
should fear us coming, my enemy.
I will.
Once
Yeah,
we breach the walls, they are finished.
we'll besiege
We
that.
await your order to move in.
So we can besiege and
I
use
will
siege
make
equipment because we have
them fear
infantry.
you.
If we were all cavalry, we wouldn't be able to.
Your Majesty.
So well, that's a shame. But
Traveling.
that's something we'll have to deal with later in the game.
Continuing
That's
tomorrow.
not a now problem. But okay, I'm going to send this guy now to start looking for the other town. We know what's in there. It's not that bad. Let's look for this town here before the Polish snap it up. Meanwhile, Smolensk. It'll be good to get this because hopefully we can use it to start building some cavalry buildings. This, I'm not going to recruit anymore here. I think our budget, our economy is at its limit. So we'll just wait. Yeah, I think we'll just hold it there. See what happens. I'm going to get a port this turn as well. Hopefully that will get us some dosh. Not much, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? We'll sell that. So yeah, we've got ports. I'm going to upgrade the port more. I feel like better roads would also be handy. I think we should get some better roads. We need to be able to move fast with it across the steppe.
An
So,
honor, my lord.
I think, yeah. we'll do
With
that.
pleasure.
Oh man, it's going to be such...
God's servant.
I'm like a headless chicken in this part of the
On
woods. I
my
don't know why I'm going.
Orders, my lord.
Say the old gamey. Oh man, you've actually said like that. Okay.
Of course.
Where is it?
Men, march.
Where is it?
We go no further.
Sire,
There it is. Okay,
Moving
fine.
Yes, Lord.
I wonder-
Marching to battle with
Well, a
pride,
general,
Lord.
because he's cavalry, we can send all the cavalry.
Yes.
Oh no, that's way too big a garrison to. That's going to be interesting.
yes. Very good, lord.
Might need to use some mercs.
How
We'll see.
may I serve?
That one we can wait out until it's smaller anyway.
Your Majesty.
There's no real hurry now. As soon as we besiege it, look, there's the Polish border. So I think that's basically as soon as we hold, we are besieging a town. It's quite ours until we, lose the siege or whatever. So I think that's a good place to. I think a good position to get ourselves in.
Orders, my lord.
Some decent mercs there, which could be helpful.
Sire,
Because that's quite a nasty. That's a very nasty garrison. That's really nasty. That's a real roadblock. But it does mean that the Polish won't be able to take it so quickly. So, it might be we take this one, then move over to take Vilnius combined.
Yes, Lord.
In fact, we might even need to send the prince down
Yes.
to reinforce him. Yeah.
Orders, my lord.
As we go, we'll build a watchtower just so we can see things. I like building watchtowers. You did this in Rome as well. So you
Establishing
can
a
sort
watch post.
of put it there so I
Of
remember.
course.
But it helps just sort of see what's about in your lands. It can help you pick out those pesky rebel armies that turn up. I'll explain those when we see them. But, okay. Yeah, not making any money. Pretty much to be expected.
Yes,
I did
Lord.
want to disband some units, but I think
An
actually
order.
we need them as many as we can. So, yeah, we'll leave it there. Keep waiting there, I think. Cool. Let's build
Orders,
a
my
watchtower
lord.
here
Forward.
and keep
Yes.
moving.
Establishing. Yes.
Okay, I won't send the general ahead because that garrison is nasty.
Move out.
If they sally out, they'll
Yes.
easily be able to get rid of us. Now that we found that, let's go look for another one.
Moving quietly.
Move him off.
No further today, my lord.
Yeah, we'll just keep waiting out because I don't want to
I will make them fear you.
really lose men if I can avoid it. At the moment, men are quite. We haven't really got an awful lot of ways to make more, so and we're quite fast, so reinforcements are quite annoying to get. So I think what we'll do, yeah, we'll just starve these guys out. There's no hurry once we've closed in. Yeah, I won't build any upkeep 150. No way. No, that alone will start tanking our
God's servant.
economy.
On
So
my way.
we'll wait there. Okay, yeah, I think we're at capacity again. It's just a wait again at the moment. Moving in for the kill. Sending the princess going east. That's right, we're sending her east. Look for some towns.
We have the advantage of surprise here.
An
So
honor,
what's
my lord.
Moscow.
Your Majesty.
That's all Moscow.
Traveling. An honor, my lord. Yes.
Where is Moscow? Moscow is like. I know Moscow, obviously. So I feel like Moscow's like here.
I shall
I
ride
think
on
it's on the same
tomorrow,
because
my lord.
Novgorod is like Petersburg. And I think they're like basically parallel. We'll try that. Profits 169. Yeah, we're hemorrhaging money. That's good. But I did turn taxes because I want to get this to grow a bit so that it expands. So once in this game, like in Rome, once towns and cities reach a certain population, they get the chance to upgrade, and then you get better buildings. Which is why I want to get us.
Orders, my
So-
lord. Yes, lord.
Oh boy, it's going to be really nasty taking Vilnius if we even can. But
Orders, my lord.
we can give it a go, can't we?
Yes. Yes, lord.
How may I say? Of course, my lord.
Maybe we should have let the Polish try
As
and
you
wear it
wish.
down, but
Sire.
we are
very
committed.
good lord. Continue.
Oh, there's a cardinal. So
I
cardinals
deal
in
with
this game.
matters of spirit,
Then-
not state, my king.
For Catholics, we've got priests. You saw him. These guys, Catholics, get cardinals as well as priests, which are like lower level ones. And priests are, I think, more powerful have more powerful converting rates, and they also have a chance of being elected pope, which is good for your faction. You can get your guy in the chair. But we're not going to be dealing with that in this campaign, so I won't go
Your
on that
Majesty.
too much. And again, I don't think there's an awful lot to do. I think
Orders, my lord.
I do want to err on the side of caution and actually get some mercs. They're going to be well expensive, yeah. They're going to be really bad. But I think it's good because we haven't got any other use for our money at the moment. So, this is always a cool part of the game. The retinue and stuff is so cool in this game. So we've just made him a merc captain by having him recruit a few mercs. He's now being put in touch with, a merc captain or what have you, and now he gets a discount on unit training costs and 10% bonus to cash gain from looting. So that's quite a cool trait to have, and I think you can pass them on. So there he is, and you can drag him. So we can drag him to other generals, which would be handy. So if you want to keep them before the general dies and they're gone permanently. So 3 turns to surrender. I think as well, if you have a bigger garrison, that you can't survive in a siege for as long because you're eating through your supplies, so to speak.
Ready to trade.
You're starting to make a bit more money. That's good. I don't want to send my militia out to try and take that. I know that they're stronger too anyway, but then they won't be free, so we just got to be patient. I think, yeah, if we take these ones somehow, that sort of cuts Poland off from coming up this way, and we'll be kind of, safe from missing out on that land. Yes, they didn't sally forth. Oh, that's good. If we can get set, because every turn, oh boy, do we? A suitable point. He's not very young. He's quite a good general, but he's not. No, he's a bit old. I'd rather have someone that we can. Yeah, she's 22, so she can get someone. Oh, she's got secret love. My. Oh. Natural negotiator and a diplomatic ability, but she's got secret love. Yeah, so she's lacks the grace and charm of other ladies of the court. Brutal. So yeah, that's another cool thing in this game, and in Medieval 1 and Rome 1 as well. If you highlighted a general's stat or a character's stats, they have a little, usually quite humorous description of that level. They're worth reading.
Traveling. Continuing
I
tomorrow.
don't think Moscow is this way, but
I shall ride on tomorrow, my lord.
alright, so we've got some roads now at least. So what's if I so I think this is a way of, so you see this little ghostly building that's turned up that helps you see like the effect it has on these things. So population growth, building those farms would increase growth by 0.5%, and yeah, we saw something there. So if we, that would give us an extra 50 florins a turn. So it'll take, on my logic, that takes 12 turns to pay off. But it will give us 50 passive income. It will keep us afloat for a little while. Ooh, that's a tough one. We don't need a public order bonus just yet, so okay there. Okay, I'll build the farms. I think it will be good to get some actual farmland. Some crops. And that one's about to surrender, so hopefully they're not going to sally forth, so we can just save the game and... Oh, I clicked load. I've done that before. So let's save. And... yeah, that's... oh no, I don't think they're losing any people. That's a shame. Hope they do. Because... otherwise...
Yes.
Alright.
We
Let's...
shall not relent, ever!
good! Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, I forgot the spy. Well, good thing we sent him to go anyway. Alright, there's Kiev. So, yeah, we can try taking that one soon.
They deserve
perfect.
nothing less than death! They are broken! We are triumphant!
I don't massively want to do it. Normally I do actually quite like doing these options, but I'm just going to occupy because I think we need to keep it high up. The population size possible grows, and yeah, it's happy. I think we'll just keep it as is. Oh, yeah, that's right, we passed the mission. Oh no.
My lord.
They give us something whoppingly expensive. That's good. Thank you. Thanks, game. That's not good.
Where to?
Well, might as well use them for a quick couple of turns before we...
Set sail.
oh look, there's Stockholm.
Anchors away. We continue tomorrow.
I always think that voice actor sounds like the Compare the Meerkat guy. Okay, fair and rule. Oh, look at this, boyers. These are good. They're like aristocratic nobles that have, I think, missiles. Yes, they do. These are like the first good cavalry that we can recruit. This is really good. And we might, yeah, if we want to start swapping things out, we might start replacing... so these are 100, these are 150, so yeah, to get rid of 2 of these will let us fund these with a profit. That's good. Oh, there's roads. Yeah, we definitely want to do some roads, that's for sure. And if we take this, I'll get rid of the mercs, and that should stop us losing money.
Yes, Lord.
I don't know if I'm doing this all right. I'm just sort of making this up as I go. What's the public order like? And forts tend to have good public order because their populations are smaller. And I'm going to get rid of one of them, one of them, and I know I just sung these guys praises, but I think I'll just... actually no, if we get rid of these, because this place will need a garrison. If I get a boy as sons, then that will mean good cavalry, and we'll have the money because we've offset the upkeep. So, how much longer has this one got? One more turn. Oh, please, 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 just let us take this, please. That is. Oh yeah, I'd rather not fight that. If I'm honest with you. So,
Yes.
I might just get this. You're my habit, but I think, yeah, it's better safe than sorry. Let's see what happens. I forgot these guys as well. Oh, happy days. Okay. Got our first battle, guys. Odds are looking good. Let's save. What do they have again? Okay, yeah, these are by far the worst unit we're looking at here. But everything else shouldn't be too bad. These guys, Lithuanian archers, could be a bit nasty, but we've got crossbows, which is quite good. Yeah. And we've got 2 generals bodyguards. We're going to want to...
have chosen the field. Now, let the battle begin!
We want to use them, like heavy cavalry, because they're the best heavy cavalry we've got by far. But we don't want to get the guys killed, because just like in the original Rome and original Medieval and in Rome 1, if your family members die, that's it, GG, game over. So we want to be careful of that. We want to form up quick, don't we? So let's get them up. Guys, that's great that you're firing already, but I'd actually prefer it if you... I'm going to have you form up behind the lines. It's just not worth the risk having you skirmish behind. Oh yeah, and everyone, I want you to run, because they're coming at us well quick. Let's get the cavalry. Let's get these guys to the side there. And let's have the general come around here. And let's see how that does. Right, let's get going. Sharp as a word, fast as the action. God, look how many men were just cramped in this teeny little hill fort. I wonder if they're coming out. It must be claustrophobic. Right, do anyone has... Yes, units have abilities usually. We have skill trims, which are okay. I never really use them myself, but they can be good. Oh good, these archers have already deployed, so they can start firing. What are these guys doing? Oh good, the crossbowmen have decided to stand there. That's good. Let's just keep them moving again. Yeah, they're firing their arrows on us. That's to be expected. Let's get our horse archers in. Maybe we'll use a Cantabrian circle, that could be quite good. Cantabrian circle, so they'll run in like a circle and keep up a continuous stream of fire. Like they're doing there. Like those guys are doing it. Actually, no. Okay, tell you what. These guys are coming after us, so we'll do that instead. Have we got any kills yet? We're losing a lot of... It looks like we're losing a lot of men anyway. I don't know if we actually... Oh, no, they're fleeing. That's good. Come on, let's be having you. So their attack is... Oh, look, they're fleeing as well. Maybe they're aroused like because they are so hungry. I don't know. I'm not too bothered these guys are taking a lot of the hits because they're mugs. If anyone's going to take hits, I'd rather be the guys.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
I'm going to gamble a little bit. I'm going to put the general's bodyguards up here. Let's get the archers over here, horse archers. Because what I want to do is I kind of want to have the... I kind of have visions of the heavy... But you know what, actually, you know what? These guys are spears. Let's not get scared of them. Let's just get stuck in. They're more scared of us than we are with them. We'll close in with the army, the infantry on them, and then we'll close the flanks in with the actual heavy cavalry we've got. And hopefully that will work. Let's see. Because they're going to start skirmishing
very much in our favor. Being true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Right, this is going like weirdly well. I did not expect this. Yeah, let's because while they're fleeing, that it's open day on how many you can kill. So I think while they're fleeing, let's get the best stuff in and just smash get as many kills as we can while they're going. Get on them while they're up. That's it. If we can get everyone to flee as well while they're off the city centre, because if they're on the city centre, we have to fight for the last man, which is really costly.
The enemy general lies dead. Only half the enemy force remains.
That's good. So I think they're all basically fleeing. So we don't have to worry about... I don't think we have to worry about casualties. We are still taking... I don't know what. Maybe it's Arrow's house? Let's have a look. No, I really don't know why. I'm going to let these guys come to us. If they want to stand there, that's fine. I'll keep this spear militia unit ready to fend them off if they try a little sneaky move. Good, we're taking the castle. Gates. 249 prisoners at the bottom right there as well. In the original Medieval, you could click a button where you had them executed immediately. It's quite brutal. Then they play this really like gut-wrenching sound. Only for the statistic. Okay, that's not good. They're coming. I think they are going to try and fight us. Look how many arrows. Look how many they took out with their arrows. Yeah, this isn't good. I think Lithuanian cavalry just outranks General's bodyguard. Let's have these guys charge in when they can. We'll see anyway. We're about to find out. Where's the general? Hopefully the general's far back. Can't see him. Where is he? There he is. He's kind of safe. I'm not too worried about that now. Okay, no. These guys are better. And the general's bodyguard will replenish on his own. So, you know, any losses they take will slowly replenish over time. It's fine. And they're fleeing now. Good. I think we've risked enough with the general's bodyguards for now. We'll keep them back. Let's get the mercs to do the heavy fighting. That's what we pay them for, right? So let's get the mercs up here. And let's get the crossbowmen in to start farming on what's left in the town hall. And, you know, we can get the archers in as well. That's not too dangerous. They've got longer range, so we'll put behind. There we go. Yep, they're going to keep trying a little sortie, but we'll just keep taking them on as they come. Get some free kills. Good. I don't think that unit managed to get back into the city. We wiped them out. And I think the reason they actually did a number on us there a little bit with our general's bodyguard is I pulled them back to join in here because I wasn't bothered about chasing a skirmisher unit. It's just a losing battle with heavy cavalry. But that meant that we had our backs turned, so they managed to get a few kills because our shield bonus is not as high. Well, it was gone when we turned our back, so I think that was on me. That was a silly move. Again, it's been a long time since I played this game. I'm a bit rusty. It's all going back to me. There's some games that you played so much as a kid, like I did with this one. They are like riding a bike. You do remember like all the core mechanics, but little things like that you'll kind of only remember really when it happens to you again. Like, I wasn't thinking about my shields then when I turned around. I was just thinking about getting some easy kills out the gate. God, look how many bodies are lying again. Yeah, here we go. Send me these guys. Actually, no, I won't send these guys in. I'll have them hover there. I forget in this game as well that they default to walking when I prefer default running. That's just me. I think most people prefer default walking and giving the order to run, but I'm in the minority. I prefer that they run and then I tell them to slow down because I'm impatient and I want to get my men stuck in as fast as possible. Right, this is good. We've got our spears fighting the cavalry. That's exactly what we want. Okay. Like I said, we're going to get our mercs to do most of the fighting, I think. Yeah. Crossbows are good. They have the best missiles by far, but they're slow to reload and stuff. Oh, they got carried away. Alright, you know what? Fine. If they want to do that, that's okay. I'll get this guy in. Because what would be quite good is to... Oh, the church bell's going. That's quite cool.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Yeah, I would quite like to get a rear charge on this place, on this part of the map, but because we're in the city centre, it won't like make them. They'll still fight for the last man, so it's still dangerous to risk our family members. But I'm going to have our missiles deal with this woodsman unit at the back, because that's the easiest one for them to hit, because they're not in melee with our guys. We don't want friendly fire if we can avoid it. I'm the kind of guy who's not going to be that bothered about friendly fire. I'm always like, if it kills more of them than it does us, I'm happy. Yes, I did reject me from the army. Why'd you ask? So let's think. How am I going to do this? Yeah, and I don't want us to die. I don't want us to do what Harold Godwin did, get our shot in the eye by our arrows. So, yeah, like I say, I'm not bothered about these guys dying. They can do as much damage as possible. I'm going to get rid of them after this battle because they're too expensive. So, you do you, guys. Let's zoom in on the action. What am I doing? Why else would you play these games if not to watch your men get stuck in? God, with the colours of our mercs, it's hard to tell who's who on what side. Let's watch this guy. Oh, he's down. He's been avenged though. There's no peasants in this place. They're all gonna be somewhat decent at fighting, which is fine. I'm glad that we are actually winning this battle, because I was dreading when I saw that garrison. I thought, oh, that's gonna, I thought it was gonna be a tough one, because usually how I remember is most of the rebel provinces have pretty poor garrisons. They're just not there for grabs for early expansion. Because that's like most campaigns, the major factions don't start fighting each other. They start expanding into rebel territory, and then with all the free land has been snatched up, that's when they have to start going to war with each other. So it's not usually all that well garrisoned, but it is today. I remember. There are a few, I remember in the original Medieval, there was a city, I think the city of Valencia, I think it was called Valencia, was really well garrisoned, because they put they made a reference to El Cid in there. So that had a really tough garrison to show how, he was a good general, and, he held out in sieges, I think, so the story goes into the Moors. So that was a nice little Easter egg, that kind of garrison could be really tough. And I think Scotland had a tough garrison with its Highland nobles. But most places are usually quite easy to take. I think we're going to win this. Well, we are going to win this. A bit more handy than I think the mercs came in handy. I'm glad we got them. I don't know if it would have been so easy if we didn't have the mercs, because these mercenary spearmen, I can't see their stats, but they're better than our spear militia.
Excellent. Our men have taken control of the castle.
No, but should be. But we're going to just finish these guys. I'm going to stop firing because they're more likely to hit us than are they. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Our spear militia guys aren't as good as the armoured spearmen we've hired, so it was worth getting them, because I think they took the initial shock of the charge of the woodsman quite well. And like I say, they've just been free bodies to do all the fighting for us. So, no, not free. That would be free at all. It'd be bloody expensive. But
this is a clear victory.
There we go. That's it. Vilnius has fallen into the Russian.
Valor.
There we go. Prince Vladimir, Captain Zamysil, I guess. We only lost 288 men as well. That's not bad. Yeah. And again, how many of those were the mercs?
The enemy lies defeated. We are victors.
Again, oh yeah,
Strength, honor, and victory.
This population is so small. There's no point exterminating them. Then we'd get pittance for it. So we'll just occupy. No.
We gain no honor by hiding in these trees.
Okay, they want us to take Riga, and they're going to pay us to do it. And we're making money. Yes. What's a turnaround? Okay. Yeah, and I think we should get. It would be nice to actually keep them. Keep using them, but we can always get more. Hopefully, if we need
How may
them.
I serve?
I think it's more important that we just keep overheads down as much as possible. So the actual castle itself in these places does also give recruitment options. So yeah, we can get things like Drazina, which look very nice. So yeah, that also give us more cavalry. that's the stables option. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. So you only, unlike in the original medieval and in Rome, you only have a certain amount of a unit that you can recruit before the replenishment pool needs replenishing. But if I built the stables, for example, I could have a max available of 4 in this region of the Kazakhs, whereas at the moment I can only have 3. So that's why you might build that. No point building the mustering hall right now, gives us peasants, and then after that I think just like not much point. And castles are not money building areas, so there's not too much point in getting the land clearance. Not as much point. Actually, I think, okay, boring, but I'm going to build a small Orthodox church because this is not a very Orthodox country. So, as far as I can see... So, oh no, it's quite Orthodox. Oh no, fine then. Okay. I'm not going to upgrade it because it's going to cost all our money. So what we'll do is... How heavy guard is Kiev? Oh, no. Okay, that's fine then.
What do you require of
Where's
me?
Moscow?
Yes.
Where is it?
I shall ride on tomorrow, my
Oh,
lord.
we've got our new shiny roads put down. That's good. I'll get the brothel books. It'd be good to have some spies, be able to find, where exactly all these buildings are. And yeah, we'll upgrade the wooden castle here. I think that's a good shout. I mean, right now it's a Russian Motte Bailey. Yeah, you saw how big that was on the map. It wasn't that big. Relations working with the paper. I'm surprised they even know we exist. What have we done? Oh well. Boy or sons, yeah, we recruited that. That's good. Faction announcement. Prince Vladimir and aspiring commander. That's good. That's good to get your factionaire, developing. And internal report, yeah. So, yeah, also in this game, so it looks like I'm going to retrain these. Obviously I can't retrain them because they're mercs, so I can't get their numbers back up. But if you had a better blacksmith, you can improve their armor, and that is so rewarding in this game because they can get really swanky looking armor on the battlefield the higher you go. So you can turn like a normal spearmilitia unit into like some heavily armored, like plate mailed beast. So it's really cool. We won't do that yet because we don't have the technology. But we will. Yeah, and sometimes I can tell you when what the next armor upgrade is. Heavy mail. So the next time you would see an upgrade to them is heavy mail. Well, these guys will get a leather upgrade. So, and I think these guys, yeah, they produce leather. So let's build that. That's going to put our economy down a bit. But if we improve, if we get rid of the mercs now, as great as they've been, it's just such a luxury to have them. So, alright, we've got to do it one at a time. There we go. Hopefully. That's another £400 of released. I think that's a good place to leave it for the first episode. Because we've taken 2 provinces quite quickly, a bit quicker than I expected. And we're looking for our next... Well, we want to take Riga next. I'm going to get this army not repaired or anything. I can't really do anything about it. But I will... No, we'll just move up and take it. And we'll leave a small token garrison here because it's not a big population. It won't be too hard. And then, meanwhile, we're either going to decide to take Kiev or head east. Or will we do both? I'll have to wait and see. But, and we've got to take Helsinki at some point. Yes, still lots to do. But a good start, I think. Especially on very hard. So, I'll leave it there, guys. In the next one, we're going to see our expansion options. Don't you miss it. I'm sure it's going to go somewhere. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.